We're here with MICDS head coach Fred Bouchard. How you doing, Coach?
Doing all right there. It's a good day when we get to do football, right?
Yes, sir. You're coming off of a state championship game, nearly almost won it. Talk about those feelings and now getting prepared for a new season.
You know what? It was a great run. We really appreciated the group that we had. Our seniors last year did a great job leadership-wise and kind of adopt into a new coach in a COVID setting. And so there are just a lot of variables. I couldn't be more proud of a group of guys. And we had some big holes to fill with those. But we really do like our young guys, our guys that are our juniors becoming seniors, our sophomores becoming juniors. And we'll ask for some guys who were freshmen a year ago to be varsity big-time players this year. So I'm pleased with our group. And, it was a great run, but I also know we can't spend a lot of time patting ourselves on the back anymore about what we did last year. We got a new year right in front of us.
You mentioned some young guys. Speak about some guys that you feel like will have a big impact coming into the season on offense and defense.
Well, from a sophomore level right now, we're asking for a tight end by the name of Tyler Schutte. He's an outstanding football player. We had Will Kazmarek a year ago at Ohio University now, and Jalen Pace, who's at Ohio State. And so we needed a young guy stepping in, and Tyler, he had a great spring in lacrosse. He's had a great summer, and is just an outstanding player. So I think he's going to be somebody who makes a pretty good headway. And we've been fortunate that we've had a couple kids transfer, and they're going to contribute. Lawrence Almafale is going to be a tight end. He was actually here in school a year ago as he transferred from an Illinois school. But he wanted to make sure he could get his academic footing at the end of our football season. He goes, Coach, I'm going to get back and play. And he played as a freshman and sophomore earlier. So those are two of the newer guys that we have that we feel like will be new names. And we even feel like we got some freshmen that are awfully good football players that will be able to give us some spot time in various spots and just help increase the depth. And that's one of the big issues at our school, just making sure that we have depth when we have an injury or somebody with a ding, that we can get somebody in there that is still a quality varsity football player.
You still have a good nucleus of the quarterback, skill position guys, and running backs. Talk about those groups and how you've seen those guys grow from last year to this year.
A kid like Reagan Andrew just never stops improving, never stops getting better. We think we have the best quarterback in the city, and the St. Louis Post-Dispatch agreed with us last year. They said he's first team, and he's been a 3-year starter, so he's coming back for his 4th year, and he's just an outstanding leader, and everybody certainly rallies behind him, and the synergy that he brings to helping his teammates get better. He's behind us right here, bringing that energy. PJ Behan, All-State receiver. We also have Steve Hall, an All-State running back, and Winston Moore, who is well on his way for an All-State season. So, we've got some really good players. But up front, Nate Schuckman and Nat Bilderback are great offensive linemen, and Kai Schutte was an all-conference defensive end. So we feel like between Kai and Will, Bjorn Sjogren, a first-team all-conference defensive back, and Gus Baisha, an all-conference linebacker, Jack Hayes. That's a great nucleus of kids that have elevated. And what I've seen, and part of that elevation is, when you got a really good senior class, you kind of step back and let them take the lead. Reagan being the exception as a quarterback, he has been a great leader from the first time he stepped on campus. But the way our juniors from a year ago have stepped into their senior leadership is really inspiring.
Week 1, you guys open up with SLU. Talk about that mindset and how you guys are planning to go in and prepare for that game.
Well, preparation has already started. That's a big football team and a storied program, and Coach Jones will have them awfully ready to play football. So, it's Class 6. It's the big division. They have 1,100 boys in school, and so we know, as a school that's 3.5 times bigger than us, if we were just counting our boys, that it really is it's a tall order, and they'll be an outstanding football team, probably. And I don't say this mildly, but as good as any team that we could play throughout the rest of our year, including if we continue well into the playoffs, just because of the talent level they have. So, we'll try to develop a really good game plan. We're working on some things but mainly we just need to be fundamentally sound, and we'll do the blocking and the tackling and putting ourselves in sound position. But I'm sure they'll be well ready for a week 1 opponent, and so we'll see how we can do that Friday night over there on their game field.
When the MICDS administration picked up the phone and called you and let you know that you would be the head coach of MICDS last year, what were kind of the emotions that went through your head, and kind of where were you expecting to leave your mark on this program?
What an incredible storied program that we have too. So I was telling you about a storied program of SLU, but I think MICDS is one of those ones that when you look at the history of St. Louis football, it's got to be among the 2 or 3 that you're going to mention. You're going to games named after him, Pop Hughes. You know, for a period of like 82 years, they had 2 coaches here. And from 1924 until 2004, 2005, those 2 gentlemen carried the mantle of this program. So I immediately thought, boy, there's some responsibility that you're carrying in. But I was also excited. I'd been out of coaching for a few years and serving as an assistant superintendent. So it was like, all right, I get to get back in and work with young people. And that always brings energy. It makes us young to get out and get a chance to work with young people. So it's fun to watch them grow. It's fun to watch them learn the game. It's fun to see them, how much they care for one another and treat one another. That's the cool stuff. So there's probably a lot of excitement, but there was also a sense of, hey, there's some responsibility of carrying the program and the tradition and making sure that we always represent that the right way.
And the last thing I got for you, Coach, is talk to us about some new coaches that you've brought onto the staff, and then also what would be the identity of this MICDS football team this year?
In terms of new coaches, we're excited about John Randall coming over from Trinity and serving as a co-D coordinator. Zach Bilyeu stepping up from an assistant coach to serve also as he and John are going to take care of the defense as co-D coordinators. Coach Fell, you just had one of our coaches, our new coaches, step in and be able to talk to our guys. He brings some great college experience from his past, and so we're excited about some new coaches that have joined us there, Coach Youngman and Coach Niebert, and so as that goes, we're just Coach Everett Goldberg is a strength coach. He comes out from California, where he served on the staff at San Jose State and has run a high school strength program. So we feel like we've made some really good additions, and we lost some awesome coaches who bring a wealth of experience, and they became really good friends over the process of last year. But we're fired up about the new guys we have too, and we'll miss the guys that spent last year with us there. They did a great job. I think in terms of our identity, we hope we're just a challenging team to prepare for, like that we're multiple enough on offense and on defense, and that we're always sound, that we play super hard. We aspire to play hard and play smart and then play together. Like if we do those 3 things, we always give ourselves the chance to be successful. And I know we lost a state championship game by 5 points, but literally when you're in that kind of game, you're 1 play away from the opportunity to win that game. So I couldn't, again, be more proud of the group that I get to coach, and honored to be the head football coach here at MICDS.
Sounds good. We're here with Coach Fred Bouchard, one of the best coaches in the state of Missouri. We appreciate you, and good luck to you guys this season.